Power Apps ABC with Kenechuku, and in this video I'll be showing you how we can create a drop down menu. So if you're a beginner and you're wondering how you can create or go about creating a drop down menu, I would be showing you how to do that. Alright, without wasting much time, let's get started. As you can see on my screen, I have a lot of drop down. So if I play this and you can see the menu of this drop down is currently pending, approved, and rejected. Then for this one, you can see it gave me an option, pick an option. Then you would now, once you click on this, you will now select an option. Once you select an option, that's pick an option, you won't see it. So to be able to create this, it's very simple. It's very simple. So to be able to create this, we're going to show how you can do this both manually and dynamically. All right. So to do this, this video is not focused on the customization. You can also customize this to make this look prettier than this. But I'm just trying to show us how we can create the menu for beginners. All right. To go about that, I will remove this from preview mode. Then you go to insert. Once you click on insert, then you can check for drop down. So drop down. So once you add your drop down, let me drag it down here. So let me increase the height to 50. So if I preview this, you would see that currently the default value is just 1, 2, 3. So okay, so we want to create the menu, so you can do it manually and you can also do it dynamically. So to do it manually, you just click on this, the item. So the item, you're going to pass in an array of values. So you just pass in this array. Currently it's an empty array. So you add your, let's say you want to add list of device. You can say PC. You want to add another one, you add a comma. You can say let's say phone. Then let's add one more. You can see what's it called? You can see let me say tablets. So once you're done and you come here and preview, let's preview. So once you preview now, you see PC, phone, and tablet. So this is a manual way of adding to your drop down menu. Now if you want to do it dynamically, so it is coming from your list, so you don't have to manually type it. So then what you have to do is just go to the item. You go to the item. So instead of this, let's comment this out. So the next thing is, let me show you my list. I currently have a list. This is the list, and I have a status column, which is a choice column. It has option of pending, approved, and rejected. So if I want to use it in my drop down dynamically, I'll just come to the item and I'll use this. Let me clear this out. Choices, type choices. So once you say choices, the name of your list is leave request test. So leave request test. Then the column, then you put the column you want to reference is status. So you can see. So once I preview this, you can see what we have: pending, approved, and rejected. So these are different ways you can actually get to fill your menu using a drop down in Power Apps. So but if you notice something, there's a difference between this one here. If I deselect this, you can see there's an option, pick an option here. But with this, let's see how I was able to do this. So some persons can say, you go to the item property of your drop down. Let me come back. Let's copy. Let me go to the item property of this so we can see what's happening. Item. So item. So once I go to the item property of this is it. So now you can see this is what I have: phone, PC, and then tablet. But you can see it is telling me to pick an option. So I'll be showing you how I was able to do this without adding it as part of this. So let me just copy this out. this, then we'll be adding another drop down. So once I add this drop down now, I'll drag it here. Let me resize it. So the item. Some persons will just do it like this. Phone, then they will now add pick an option. So you can see, if I play this, you can see it is saying pick an option. But the disadvantage of using this approach is it will be seeing this pick an option as one of the options you're providing for the user. So which will be a problem, unless you now have to add a condition that if the user selects pick an option, probably you don't consider that as an option. So so the other way to go about achieving this is just using a text label. So this is how I was able to do it. So let's see how you can create this pick an option. Then once you select this, you would not see that, and you can now submit this and the phone will be submitted. So to do that, I will just add another drop down. Set the drop down. Then drag it down. Then the item. Let's say you're doing, the item is this, but if you want to do it dynamic, it's fine. So the next thing you go and do is you go to the property of this drop down. There is a property called allow empty selection. Currently it's false, so you set it to true. So once you set it to true, the next thing is add a text label. You now come and say insert a text label. Text label. You now look for a text label. So you drag it to this place. You see the height of the text label. You can change it to drop down. What's the name of this drop down? Drop down 5. Height will be drop down 5 dot height. So once you do it like this, it will assume the height of the drop down. So but if I preview this, you can see it is clashing. The value of the text label, it's clashing with what we have. So this is where the magic happens. So the next thing is just to come to my text label. The text, I'll clear it out. The text, okay, we want it to be pick an option. So the text is pick an option. I want to give it the padding left so that it can. So if your own text is more than this, you can increase the width of your text label. So you can increase it. So you increase it. You can also increase the font size. Okay. 13 is okay. Let's say 14. Alright, so having done this now, the next thing is we want this text label to be visible if the selection of this drop down is blank. So to do that, you now come to that text label and go to the visibility of it. Just look for the visibility of your text label. Visible. Currently it's set to true, but now we want to see it should be only visible if the drop down selection is blank. Let's say drop down 5 dots selected dot value is blank. So it will be only visible when it is, you can see. So if you preview this, so if I select phone, if I set it to blank, you can see it will say pick an option. If I now come down here and select tablet, I would not see it. So if I deselect this by picking tablet, you will see pick an option. So this is a better experience. So if you derive value from this, please hit the subscribe button and also comment, share, and then like. So if you want the customization, you can also drop that in the comments box so I can show you how you can customize this so that it can appeal to the user. So thank you very much, and remember to hit the subscribe button.